How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to yet another Higurashi When They Cry. We are in Arc 3, titled Tatarigoroshi, and the last episode was a heartbreaking one, as we has learned of the facts that the abusive uncle of one Satoko, Hōjō, has returned to Hinamizawa, and has taken Satoko to basically imprison her and do all of his bidding. Now, at the very end, we have also witnessed that he has physically beaten her, although we can't do anything about it because we are just children. Keiichi is just a teenager. Eri was with us, the coach, but again, we can't do anything about it because of the law and how the system works. Basically, Satoko herself needs to actually admit to being abused. But she just won't, because she believes that this whole thing is a trial set by the gods. And go watch it. It's a long one, sure, but it was heartbreaking. I almost cried. It was heart-wrenching. So go check it out. But let's go ahead and continue. Load up that. Alright. I hope you all don't mind I clear my throat here and there. I'm still sick, surprisingly. Fucking Christ. I went home and washed a day's sweat off in the shower. Normally, I could reset everything by taking a shower and forgetting all the bad things. But that didn't happen today. I got out of the shower to find fresh underwear placed neatly in the laundry basket. Normally, I didn't stop to think about it, but today I felt happy at my mother's consideration. At the same time, however, it made me realize how much Satoko must be suffering. At the very moment I was appreciating this gentle kindness, Satoko might be being bruised by her uncle's cruel words. I went up to the second floor and shut myself in my bedroom. Then, facing my desk, I folded my arms. My topic of thought, of course, was Satoko. With thought that if we could just get a public agency to intervene in the right way, the problem would be solved. But with what Coach said, I didn't think it would be so easy. Satoko was obstinate, and she would stubbornly deny the abuse and try to endure it. And that was an act of atonement towards Satoshi, just basically what I said in my reminder, who had protected her before and then ran away. As long as she thought that way, the situation wouldn't be so simple. But earlier, before Coach, I made a clear declaration. If I thought Satoko was in danger, then I would do what I had to do. In the end, that meant I was just going to wait and see too. Nevertheless, I thought I'd drawn a clearer line than Coach or my friends had. If the time came, I would report it. Over the phone. Given Satoko's personality, she might criticize me if she found out. But I believed it was ultimately the best decision. Yeah. Tongue-tied. Wait, Keiichi Maebara. Would that really be all it took for the problem to end? Say that I reported it to the public agency, like the Child Consultation Center. What if they stuck to their wait-and-see attitude like last year again? Last year, they decided to do just that, and the situation improved temporarily. But then the aunt, thinking herself a laughingstock, increased her tormenting in secret. In the end, things became more underhanded than ever before. This year, it was her uncle. I had just seen him for the first time today, but the man seemed much more direct, much more violent than the word underhanded could imply. He wasn't like their aunt. No, that was subtle. He was more direct. He might also assault her with punches and kicks. That could easily be discerned from the bruises and such I saw on Satoko's body. Shit. You're too naive, Keiichi Maebara. However heroic it may seem to report what was happening, if it doesn't save her, then it doesn't mean anything. Reporting things to the public agency was only one option, and leaving everything to them would be dangerous. We would need something more to guarantee Satoko's safety. I scratched madly at my head, thinking, then tilted it back, wanting at least a little bit of calm. The memories of angry arguing with my friends today came to mind. I was embarrassed that I hadn't realized it until Rena had said something. She was right. My house is big. Compared to all the houses with the thatched roofs in Hinamizawa, it was really big. We did actually have empty rooms. I've never thought that we were affluent, but also never that we were poor. I just didn't admit it because people would think I was arrogant. But maybe my family really is wealthy. We had a few rooms we could lend to Satoko. The guest rooms are only in use when people related to my dad's job came and stay every once in a while. Plus, if we cleaned up a few of the rooms my dad uses for storage, they could work for her as well. As for food expenses, that might have been a more serious problem than a kid like me could manage. Lunch every day would be manageable. All of our friends would just have to bring a little bit more for lunch than they usually did. With everyone pecking at everyone else's food anyway, it would be manageable. For breakfast and dinner, though, that would have to be up to Mom. I would need to convince her to lend Satoko more than just a room. Of course, I don't even think convincing her of that would be easy. About how much did it cost for one person to eat? How many tens of thousands of yen per month? They couldn't complain about it if I shouldered that, could they? I only had 10 or 20,000 yen in savings, but it was something. I actually had even more thanks to New Year's gifts and such, but my parents had taken all that and put it into a fixed time deposit. If I could get access to that, it should add up to a lot of money, and I'm not hearing any music, even though it should be... Alright, I'll post it up a little bit more. Alright, see how that goes. And if I got that far, Mion and Rena would need to share some of the burden. It's a little bit louder. It'll do. Of course, that didn't seem like it would work. Rena got mad at me, didn't she? About how I shouldn't just shove responsibility onto others. Yep. I'd have to ask for help. Even so, I'd basically be saving her myself. I would follow through on it. Oh, but it wouldn't be only food expenses. There were a lot of other things that you couldn't do without, like baths and laundry. My mother was awfully methodical. Goddammit, say the fucking word. And strict about cutting out inefficiencies. And for once, that was troublesome. She might even make reference to the money it would cost for the detergent Satoko would use for her own clothes. I couldn't think only about food expenses. I needed more money. Get a part-time job, you fucking little... Hey, wait, Keiichi Maebara. Since when was all this about money? Even if you could afford it, you would need your parents' permission first, damn it. I mean, true. They'd be looking after a young girl for a really long time. What would I say to persuade them? Just calm down a little bit, Keiichi Maebara, and you'll realize right away that you can't. Even if you asked them seriously, they would tell you to call the police. Even if you managed to gain their empathy, why should the Maebara family have to shoulder all the burden by itself? That's what would happen. That was it. It was very sad and frustrating, but no matter how much I wanted to help, my resolution alone couldn't save anything.
そんなにも子供って無力なのかよ。
They don't have to be. I felt frustrated. I believed my feelings were stronger than anyone else's. I even thought that they were stronger than Coach's. And yet, at that point, there were 2 knocks at my door, and Mom poked her head inside.
起きてたの？さっきからご飯ってずっと呼んでるわよ。
ああ、うん。今行く。
As someone financially dependent on his parents, I shouldn't say this, but I just sat around doing nothing, and food suddenly appeared. It felt so natural to me that I'd shamelessly thought of it as the responsibility of the parents who gave birth to me. But when I realized that natural thing was actually a privilege, I came to realize just how hard it was to grant that privilege to others. Even the boring meal in front of me, no better than it ever was, had more meaning than I thought tonight. There was food for 3 on the table right now, for Dad, for Mom, and for me. I couldn't imagine how hard it would be to add another place at the table. Think, Keiichi Maebara. If it was hard to make food for 4, then just think about how 4 people could eat food made for 3. Oh. I changed around the way I thought, and with that I began to consider an unthinkably bold plan. That's right. I didn't need to get my parents' permission. She should just live here in secret. You can't, that's a stowaway plan, man. You can't. Oh my god, kids these days. Oh shit. I got upset when I found out a while ago, but if I remembered right, if you climbed out the window then shimmied down the first floor roof or the gutter, you could go in and out of the house directly from my room. Satoko's physical ability far surpassed my own, so it would be even easier for her. I hadn't even thought about it, but her living here secretly was actually a necessity. Oh boy, oh boy, boy. I'd only have to bring Satoko to my house when the public agency said they would wait and see. In other words, if Satoko's uncle continued to be her guardian. If, in such a situation, word got out that she was here, her uncle would barge in and drag Satoko back with him. Her uncle was her rightful guardian, so my parents would hand her over without an argument, no doubt. So, I needed to keep it a secret that she was living here. If it needs to be secret, then having my parents' help would mean a lot. But gotta deceive your allies first, like they always say. Okay. Persuading my parents was an unrealistic proposition, so I'll search for a way to have her live here in secret. When I was around, she would just have to be really quiet in my room on the 2nd floor. The issue was the daytime. If she was hiding from her uncle, then she shouldn't go to school. It might be lonely, but not going would be the better option. I could easily teach Satoko the stuff she learns in her grade. Actually, during school, I mostly help all the younger kids out rather than study my own stuff. During the day, I would need to go to school, so I wouldn't be home at all. My parents respected my privacy now that I was of this age, so they wouldn't go snooping around in my room while I was gone. I think. You do realize they just go snooping around in secret anyway. If she holed herself up in my room, it would be okay, right? If my parents did come, thanks to where the second floor was, she could hear their approach from the sound of them coming up the stairs. And there would be a little bit of time before they got all the way up. I estimated a few seconds. That she would be able to hide herself in the closet. Wait, Keiichi. Something doesn't make sense. If she can't go to school, then what'll she do for lunch? Calm down already. I could just leave her my own lunch, couldn't I? I should just go to school without lunch and get everyone else to split theirs with me. Okay, that's good. No more contradictions or oversights, right? Oh, breakfast and dinner. I could somehow get her to go without breakfast. Dude, this is a stupid plan. Just realized it already. Fucking Christ. I can go with 2 meals a day when I sleep in on Sundays, after all. Every night, I'd pretend as though I had a bigger appetite, then ask for a bigger helping. And then I could just somehow give part of that to Satoko. As a test, I stood up from my seat with my plate of fish in my hands.
どうしたの、ケイチ。ご飯は座って食べなさい。
うん。ちょっと気分が変えたくなってさ。自分の部屋で食べてもいいかな。
ボロボロ落として汚すぞ。食事は食卓で食べなさい。
うん。ごめん。
Hey, wait. I only tried to take away 1 plate of fish, and they gained up on me? Oh my god, you're just a fucking idiot. In reality, it was impossible for me to smuggle food away without my parents knowing about it. But it must have been worth taking the time to think about it. There must be some trick, some method to avoid them realizing. Even if I can't think of one today, I might think of one tomorrow. My appetite was rapidly fading, so I finished early and went back to my room. I went back there and tried to think about it from Satoko's point of view. For example, let's say my parents were coming up the stairs right now. I've got to hide. I opened the closet. Clatter, clatter. It didn't open quietly. Hey, wait. Didn't it always open real smooth and quiet? Why was it suddenly doing this now? What is this, a faulty house? Had it already gotten old or something? Or was I just not putting enough work into it? Could I just plaster it with wax? Dude. The sound itself may have been soft, but it left me uneasy as to whether my parents would detect it happening when they climbed up the stairs. But this was an easy problem. I could do something about it. I just had to fix it up a bit, so it didn't make noise anymore. For now, I'll close myself in the closet as though I'd successfully hid. You do that. I basically always left my futon out on the floor. I couldn't think of any real reason my parents would want to go into my closet. Even so, there still might be some reason they would. I might need to construct some sort of camouflage so that she wouldn't be noticed even if they did open it. God damn, you're reading a lot. Fuck! But the more she worried about that, the less time she'd have to actually hide, meaning it would be more likely they'd hear a noise. And then, I suddenly had to go to the bathroom. The bathroom? Yeah, you didn't count for that now, did you little bastard? The need to use the toilet. So obvious, and yet such a fatal flaw. The only bathroom was on the first floor. It would be absolutely impossible for her to use it without my family realizing. I might need to set up a portable toilet, like a... Jesus Christ. Like a chamber pot, I guess. Satoko would hate it, so she could go in my room. But the stench would be pretty terrible. Dude. Just stop, please. Anyone sensitive would probably notice the smell without even coming into the room. The bath was okay though. She could just take a bath when my parents were out. But I couldn't do anything about the toilet. When her stomach started to hurt, if my parents were lazing around downstairs, she'd be in trouble. It was then that I noticed that I'd been clawing at my head with both hands. I sat down in the dark closet with my knees against my chest. I buried my face in them and tore at my hair. The more I thought, the more contradictions popped up. The more I thought, the more things failed. And the more I worried, the more I was reminded of how little power I actually had. My back started to hurt from staying in a cramped place for so long. But if I was to shelter Satoko, I would need to force her to feel this pain. To live in such a dark, narrow, suffocating place forever. But it would still be better than being abused by her uncle, or so I wanted to think. It got hard to breathe, so I gave in and crawled out of the closet. I looked at the clock. What the fuck did I just say? Oh my god, I tried reading that fast. I looked at the clock, and to my surprise, it was 3:30 in the morning. What the fucking fuck? It had felt like so little time, but it was so unbelievably long. When I realized that, I was slammed with a terrible urge to sleep, as if the time had only just caught up on me. I didn't have enough strength to fight it, and I fell flat on my futon. Shit. I can't just go to sleep like this. If I waste any time, that'll mean I'm taking the same wait-and-see attitude that Mion and Coach and everyone else did. I needed to keep worrying about how to rescue Satoko for a minute, or even a second longer than everyone else. Isn't there a better way? Isn't there a better way? That one phrase I spoke to myself swirled around and around in a spiral, and steadily took over my entire mind. For my last moment of consciousness, I thought, there were a lot of blind spots in what I'd considered tonight, but I absolutely wasn't wrong for having those ideas. Tomorrow I would suggest this bold plan to the others. Mion might be able to help somehow, and Rena was really sharp, so she might have a good suggestion. And above all, we needed to rescue Satoko once again, with everyone helping out. I felt pathetic for letting myself fall asleep. I'm sorry, Satoko. Oh, damn. That was a lot of fucking reading. My god, I slipped up here and there for 23 fucking minutes. Fuck. My lord. Alright. I need a fucking break. The ceiling blurred into view. It was hot. There was a thin layer of moist sweat on me. The voices of the cicadas permeating my room were somehow grating to my head. Sorry.
で、今日、日曜日じゃないよな。
I don't know. I remembered today was a weekday and quickly brought myself to consciousness. And then finally I leaped out of bed. The clock read a little before 10. Oh fuck, you're late, boy. I was totally late. When I wandered downstairs, my mom would get mad at me. There was nothing I could do, though. After reviewing the schedule for the school day for a moment, I suitably rearranged the stuff in my bag. I hurried and got dressed, then went down the stairs. There was no sign of my parents anywhere. Where the fuck they go? Maybe they went out somewhere together? So that's how it was. My mother had probably woken me up once this morning, and then I fell back asleep without remembering it. And my parents, thinking I'd gone to school, left. Something like that probably happened. I went to the front door, and as I expected, it was locked. Looked like I was right. It was further evidence of my speculation being correct. When I realized my parents weren't here, I suddenly felt less like I had to rush to get to school. There was one portion of breakfast left in the dining room. Probably mine. The milk they'd poured in it had gone warm since a while ago. When I realized how hard it would be to sneak food for Satoko yesterday, I had cried. Well, thinking back on it, food wasn't the only issue in that regard. I wasn't in a position where I could bargain for Satoko by myself anyway. It's such a heavy thing just to save a single person. I'd seen this on TV and in comics all the time. Those feel-good words about how you'll save your friends for sure and such. Was that why I ran my mouth like that, swearing to save her, because I wanted to feel good about it? No, that absolutely wasn't true. Because the fact was, I couldn't save her. Because I didn't want to think like an adult, like I couldn't do anything but watch. Had Satoko gone to school today? I immediately realized that was a meaningless question. Whether or not she did, there wouldn't be a change in the environment she'd been placed in. If I couldn't save her, then no one else could either. Then we could only pray for a miracle.
俺たちは無力か。
With a vague goal of getting to school in mind, I sluggishly put on my shoes and stumbled out the front door. I had only overslept by 2 or 3 hours, but the sunlight and air felt completely different from how they usually were in the morning. Well, of course they did. Once 10 o'clock came around, you could barely call it morning anymore. I didn't feel like walking the same old route to school. I needed to ultimately end up there. But it was like I didn't want to choose the shortest route, the most proactive one to get to school. Put in a more positive light, maybe I wanted some time to walk by myself and think. I had to go to school, partly to make sure Satoko was safe. But I hadn't come up with any plans yet. Nothing since last night. So the path I took from my house was in a completely different direction. I don't think he's going to school. I don't think he is. Oh boy. If I went this way, I'd pass Rena's house and the dam site. It would be quite a detour. I calculated how long of a detour it would end up being. Then, satisfied with the answer, I started to walk. Rena had brought me to the dam site a few times. One section of it had turned into an unlawful, oversized garbage dump. And Rena really liked going fishing for junk in there. Without that, she'd come off as a completely normal girl too. I can think of a few other qualities she could do without. But whatever. The hell? The view quickly opened up wide, and I was hit by a strong wind. There was no shelter here at this big dam site. Maybe it was a good thing I came here, I thought. At the very least, it was more healthy to think about stuff in a place like this instead of my cramped bedroom. I took a deep breath and filled my lungs with a rich cold air unique to Hinamizawa. I turned around reflexively. It was a bicycle bell. Considering where I was standing, I don't think they were trying to get me out of the way. They'd ring the bell because they wanted something from me. Oh, hello. We meet. And I don't know why you're not saying your line. Fuck. Hey, excuse me, boy. You're from Hinamizawa, right? And Keiichi's not doing it either. Alright, fantastic. Yes, why? I've seen this person around a few times. Right, I remembered. His name, I think, was Tamatake, a freelance photographer who lived in Tokyo. He would zealously visit Hinamizawa every season to take pictures, or so Mion and the others told me, I think.
フルデ神社ってここからどう行けばいいか教えてもらえないかい？
Never. Never. Run, boy, run.
マップを宿に置いてきちゃったみたいでね。困ってたんだよ。
ここから神社ですか？
I knew where everything was in my head, but explaining how to get there was difficult. Bro, same. I know everything in town, but it's hard for me to explain where to go and how to get there, you know? I was a little irritated at having been bothered for this. But when I realized it meant my detour actually meant something, then feeling faded quickly.
教えてもいいですけど、ちょっと口で説明するのは難しいですよ。一緒でよければ連れて行ってあげますけど。
え？それはかたじけないね。助かるよ。あ、でもいいのかい？君の用事は。
Tamatake-san finally appeared to have realized how strange it was for a student like me to be here at this time of day. I smoothly told him not to worry about it, then turned my back and started walking towards the Furude shrine. Tamatake-san hurried to turn his bike around and came after me.
ごめんごめん。気にしないでくれよ。男には組織を離れて一匹狼になりたい時もあるんだからね。
What a free-minded freelancer. It was easier for me too, that he was under that impression. I'm Tamatake, a freelance photographer. I specialize in wild birds and landscapes. I'm still pretty unknown though. It seemed absurd for him to introduce himself when I was just showing him to the shrine, but he gave me his name, so I needed to give him mine back. I'm Maebara. Pleased to meet you, I guess. Maebara-kun. Pleased to meet you too. He seemed like a pretty silly man, but that felt kind of good considering I'd been suffocating with worry over Satoko all night. Along the way, Tamatake-san spoke at length to me about how precious the nature in Hinamizawa was, and how it was a treasure trove of rare wild birds, despite my not having asked. I wasn't interested in what he had to say, but he seemed to be enjoying himself, so I left him to it.
この石段を上がれば神社の境内です。
ありがとう。助かったよ。ああ、ちょっと遅刻しちゃったかな。
As Tamatake-san mumbled to himself, he left his bicycle nearby and started to climb the stairs quickly. I didn't have to watch, but as far as my internal clock could guess, it was still a little late in the morning. School wasn't very far from here. Maybe I could kill a little more time until then. With that in mind, I went up the steps, in pursuit of Tamatake-san. When I reached the top of the long staircase, I arrived at the wide open shrine grounds that were too grand looking for this tiny village. Let me guess, he's going to meet with that woman. I forgot her name. Shit. Whatever. You'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm right anyway. Tamatake-san, oh, there he is. Yeah. It looked like he was supposed to be meeting someone here, yep. Then he got lost and ended up being late. He was bowing to a lady who must have been the person he was meeting. I love being right. Yep. That lady. I knew her.
あら、前原くんじゃない。こんにちは。
Hello.
今日は学校はお休みかしら。
あれ、なんだ、圭一君ついてきたのかい？
別にそんなつもりはないですよ。ただちょっと時間つぶしがしたかっただけです。
あらあら、重役出勤とは優雅なものね。さすがは有名人。今から大物ぶりを発揮してること。
What was I, a celebrity? Sure, what the hell. Well, she did say my name out of nowhere anyway. I was oddly concerned about what she meant by famous.
あら、私の名前はまだ思い出せない？
No. I don't wish to learn it ever.
高野美代さんだよ。
Takano-san. Right. Fuck.
村の診療所に勤めてる。
Yeah, that's right. Alongside Dr. Erie, right?
圭一君は健康そうだからあまり病院のお世話にはならないかな。
Yeah, Keiichi might be healthy, but I'm sure as hell not. Heyo! Fuck my life.
せっかくお知り合いになれたんだから、今度病気か何かできたらちょっぴりだけサービスしてあげようかしらね。
Oh, hell yeah. What you mean by special treatment? Oh, fucking Christ. Okay, I'm stopping. Oh god, don't do that. This lady named Takano-san, I kind of didn't remember her. Maybe we'd pass each other on the street a few times, but I was pretty sure this was the first time we'd talked. Well, this is Hinamizawa. Even if I don't know a person's name, it's not unusual for them to know mine. True. I glanced at Takano-san and saw she had a bag and a camera.
ひょっとして二人とも写真仲間ですか？
Yeah, are you?
あ、それで待ち合わせを。
仲間でなんてとんでもない。
Uh-huh.
素人の私に二郎さんが優しくてほどきをしてくださるだけなのよ。
Right. Alright.
ねえ。
あ、
Don't go all nervous laugh on my butt.
そんなことないよ。高野さんは飲み込みが早いからね。僕の指導なんかなくても実に自由に撮影をこなすよ。本当さ。
I couldn't tell which of them was ahead in the conversation. Well, they were certainly one couple you wouldn't get tired of watching.
いよいよあさってが綿流しね。今年はいい写真が撮れるといいんだけど。
明日の設営シーンからレンズに収めるつもりだよ。そういう準備風景からもお祭りの活力を捉えたいんだ。
Oh, I just remembered. There was some village festival called Watanagashi or something the day after tomorrow, on Sunday. Oh, shit.
ひなみ沢の守り神、お社様に感謝するため、古い布団を積み重ねて供養する、そんなお祭りでしたっけ？
Yeah, he's a lot more knowledgeable about it in this arc. Heyo!
あら、ご名答。前原くん、引っ越してきたばかりにしては博識ね。そう。お社様に感謝するためのお祭り。
Takano-san smiled somehow meaningfully, but didn't tell me what part of a festival to thank Oyashiro-sama needed to be laughed at.
やれやれ。高野さんは。
She's more than cryptic.
でもどうだろうね、今年は。
二度あることは三度ある。
Oh, sorry, I thought she was going to continue because there's no way in hell just those few little kanji syllables would be all this. You can't see my mouse pointer, but I'm going between all the words. Anyway, sorry.
そしてもう4度あったのよ。5度目がないと言える方が何の根拠もないと思うけれど。
I knew what they meant by their whispered exchange. On the day of Watanagashi, a freak death always occurs, which people call Oyashiro-sama's curse, and a disappearance occurs that people call being demoned away. These strange events had happened 4 years running, and Watanagashi rapidly approaching the day after tomorrow marked the 5th.
村の旧敵にたたりをなすお社様か。今年もあるとして、果たしてその矛を受けるのは誰になるだろうね。
Oh, why that unique word, gunpoint, huh? Why?
あ、僕はここに来るたびにちゃんとお参りしてお賽銭を入れてる。
Yeah, well, Oyashiro-sama looking to get a new TV, so hand over $100.
僕じゃないことは確かだよ。
It's lonely up in there. The gods need entertainment too. Fucking Christ. Oh, I'm a fucking dork. Okay.
あらそう。近年のお社様は異邦人には特に厳しいって話よ。引っ越してきたばかりとはいえ、前原くんはちゃんとhinamizawaに住んでる村人だけど。
Oh, hell yeah.
二郎さんは毎年来るだけのただのよそ者。
Yeah, he is stranger.
さーて、今年は見逃してもらえるかしら。
Ooh, I smell threat.
ひどいな。
I wouldn't be laughing. Tamatake-san was the only one with appearing to grin, but we all were smiling, me included. Oyashiro-sama, the one who used a curse to kill people involved with the dam construction project, one after the next. He killed the dam construction manager, killed Satoko's parents for supporting it, and the next year he even killed her aunt. If the demoning away was part of the curse, then you could add Satoshi to the list of victims. As I thought about it, I realized that in the serial freak death incidents, the overwhelming majority had the last name Hōjō. Exactly! Half of the deaths and disappearances had come from the Hōjō family. The Hōjō family lived here in Hinamizawa. Did that mean Oyashiro-sama punished and cursed them particularly harshly because despite that, they had been in favor of the dam?
サトコのおじが帰ってきたって話は聞いてますか？
Takano-san, who had been enjoying a few words with Tamatake-san, was caught unaware by my sudden inquiry.
あ、ごめんなさい。今なんて？
あ、いえ、サトコの両親がたたり殺されて、おばもたたり殺されて、だったら順番的には次はおじの番かなって思ったんです。去年のたたりでおばが無残な死に方をし、それに恐れをなして町に逃げていたやつですよ。
Not to give anything away, but I'm remembering just now what happens at the night of Watanagashi in this arc. And I don't think they have CG for it in this game, but in the anime, it was dark as fuck. So I will include the scene for that and implement it into that video when it happens, just so you know. Anyway.
お社様は確か村を捨てて逃げ出そうとするのは許さなかったですよね。
I hadn't intended to be quite this persistent, but those words, they just flowed out of my mouth without me thinking about it. Right. Oyashiro-sama's curse. I didn't believe in something so unrealistic, of course, but the fact was that Every year, unfortunate accidents and incidents happened to enemies of the village. Like Takano-san just said now, it had happened 4 times. No one could say there wouldn't be a 5th.
面白い説ね。確かに過去の犠牲者を見れば北条姓が多いのは事実。その延長として考えれば、今年は叔父が死ぬか消えるかする可能性は否めないわね。
もう高野さんは起こるかもしれない不幸を笑うのは良くないよ。
ごめんなさいね。
You better be sorry.
でもお社様のたたりは私のライフワークだし。
Takano-san gave off a mysterious, somehow intellectual impression, and her life's work was mysterious in its own right. She probably really liked inexplicable new supernatural phenomena or something.
高野さんはお社様のたたりに詳しそうですね。
Oh my god, again. We're gonna have to go through this talk.
どうでしょう。
How about no? Can we skip through this?
帰ってきた叔父がたたりに会う可能性は。
What are the chances that the uncle will fall to the curse? Yes, give me like a percentage estimate, please.
あら何？
80% chance?
そのおじさんを殺したくて仕方がないみたいね。
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
そんなんじゃないです。
Oh, please, you want it.
どうだろうね。神様の気まぐれ次第だからね。
God. I am God.
前原くん、
I'm just kidding. Don't spite me. Ah!
サンタクロースの正体は知ってる？
What the fuck? Am I reading this right? Oh god, I need a drink. Santa Claus, oh my god. Oh my god, that was unprofessional. I'm so sorry. Oh, enjoy that while it lasts. Okay. Oh, fucking Christ. I'm incorrigible. Huh? I got a strange question all of a sudden, and I couldn't immediately answer. Oh, shit.
知らないの？
We got CG, boys.
パパよ。
It's your daddy and Santa. I'm sorry. Oh God. Okay. This is. I'm done. I'm just done. Daddy is Santa Claus under the mistletoe with your mama.
みんなの家のパパ。
Oh shit.
なんだ、そういう意味ですか。そりゃそうですよ。どんなものの正体だって最終的には人間です。
True.
だってここは人間しかいない世界なんですから。
You're basically saying living beings, but that's not exactly true. There are other living life forms. Animals, insects. Come on. I mean, come on.
すべての現象は人間で解明できるはずです。
Nah. I felt like I put that somewhat strangely, but Takano-san was not dissatisfied with that. Wait, what? But you know what? I'm just gonna shoot myself in the head. Hold on. But Takano-san was not as dissatisfied with that reply as I might have guessed.
あら、その年齢のうちからそれに気づけるなんてなかなかね。その通りよ。人間の世で起こる現象はすべて人間の都合で人間が起こす。では前原くん、もう一度尋ねるわよ。
Alright.
今度はサンタクロースじゃなくてお社様。
So basically you're trying to say Oyashiro-sama could be, you know, human influential. Could be just someone from the village acting upon Oyashiro-sama being a curse.
お社様のたたりの正体は何かわかるかしら？
Takano-san took a step towards me and gazed into my eyes as she asked. Santa Claus was really the parents of every family's children. If lionizing that legend was a corporate tactic to try and profit during Christmas sales, then what was Oyashiro-sama really?
あ
ら、あなたが言ったのよ。ここは人間しかいない世界だって。すべての現象は人間で解明できるって。
圭一君、ここだけの話だよ。高野さんはね、お社様のたたりをめぐる一連の連続開始事件をね、hinamizawaの村人が何かの儀式に基づいて行っている人為的殺人事件でないかと見ているんだよ。
Okay, this is interesting. In this timeline, her view is different than the other previous two. Sorry, had to cough. So now in this arc, she's saying, yeah, the curse is just premeditated homicides performed by humans, people of the village. Okay. Alright. So every arc, every timeline has different viewpoints of different events, happening, circumstances. Alright.
誤解しないでね。私はそれに至る教義や思想、文化を民族学的見地から研究することがライフワークなの。
Oh, okay. She still has more than one view. Okay, okay.
別に犯人が誰かなんてことには全く興味がないのよ。
Of course you don't.
そこだけ勘違いしないでちょうだいね。
Oh my god, look at her eyes. Jesus. This interest. Fuck. I could tell at least that she was saying some crazy stuff. If I were to liken her statements to a meal, it would be sort of like she just tried to stuff a whole plate of duck into my mouth. And now I couldn't say anything. Nada.
そもそもそれを理解するためには、hinamizawa村が鬼ヶ淵村と呼ばれていた古代にまで遡らなければならない。
Oh my god, here we go again with the Onikakushi.
鬼と血を交わらせたと信じる半人半鬼の仙人たちが。
Takano-san, having entered her home field, leaned forward and began to speak of ridiculous matters. Tamataki-san realized she was overawing me and interrupted for me. Thank you.
高野さん。その話をいきなり圭一君にしても。
Wait, what?
ほら、彼も面食らってるよ。
あら、そう？続きに興味があったらいつでも言ってね。
No, thank you.
前原くんくらいの年頃の男の子が好きそうな猟奇的なお話がてんこ盛りなんだから。
Some other time.
ありがとうございます。気が向いたらそのうちに。
For now, I softly and safely gave my refusal. Takano-san seemed a little unhappy about the Tamataki-san had rained on her parade. Well, tough luck there, Messiah. But she stopped talking about it then. Even so, it was still a very interesting story. That Oyashiro-sama's curse, which we thought of as strange freak deaths, were really homicides perpetrated by people of the village.
まあその常識的に考えればそうですよね。たたりなんかで人が死ぬはずない。誰かがたたりになぞらえて殺してるに決まってます。
そうね。それが誰なのかは研究しない方が無難ね。
That one fucking line, man. That one fucking line. Ugh. Can't reveal anything. Anyway.
高野さんは知ってそうですね。証拠はないまでも確信を持っているくらいには。
あら、どうしてそう思うのかしら？
I just kind of felt it vaguely. It didn't seem like her extreme passion for this research could be explained just by these things being taboo or being safe and easy. This person loved walking through the profound, forbidden abyss of risks and taboos.
それくらいにしなよ、圭一君。せっかく助けてあげたのに、またお社様のたたりの話が始まっちゃうよ。
Yes, Keiichi, please stop. I'm tired of hearing the same things every fucking arc. Please.
涼しいうちに散策に行きたかったのにな。
There needs to be like a skip option. Like, give me a choice. Do you want to hear the ramblings of Oyashiro-sama's curse again? Yes or no? Fuck. Anyway. Tametake-sen seemed a little disappointed not to be able to go on the date he'd planned since I had brought up a weird topic. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this a date for you two? I am so sorry. Keiichi, let's go. Let's go back. Come on. But right now, there was something I wanted to ask, just for a little bit. Fuck! And that was about whether Satoko's uncle will be chosen for the curse this year. How the fuck would she know? You think she's in cahoots with this thing? If he was, then another miracle would happen just like last year. A terrible incident would happen again, but it would release Satoko from her unfortunate circumstances once more.
まあ、もちろんおそらくあの辺りの人たちが関わってるんだろうなっていう憶測は持ってるわよ。鬼ヶ淵村の歴史を研究していれば自然と至る必然的結末。
それは誰です？
What would I do if I knew? I asked that question to the other me deep inside, but got no reply.
熱心ね。それを知ってどうするつもりかしら？
Oh, would you like to know?
別に。
知ったらあなたにも危険が降りかかるかもしれないわよ。
Bring it on.
5年目のたたりはあなただったりして。
Ooh. Is that a threat? Takano-san, toying with taboo, gave a devilish, satisfied smile, as though nothing in the world would be more amusing. She was probably trying to tease me, but I didn't feel like going along with her little game one bit.
偉そうな能書きでもったいぶってますが、高野さんだってよくは分かってないみたいじゃないですか。
I had felt a tinge of irritation at Takano-san's roundabout way of speaking, but those emotions escaped my mouth like water flowing through a strainer. Even I was surprised at how directly I had spoken out about what I felt. Of course, I wasn't the only one taken aback.
あら、言ってくれるわね。
I'm something alright.
坊やなのに挑発までできるの？
Oh yeah, I can provoke. Let's go, let's go.
意外に野生的ね。嫌いじゃないわよ、そういうの。
Oh really? Takano-san's tongue poked out of her mouth, and I was convinced that it was long, thin, and split in the middle like a snake's.
ならいいわ。教えてあげてもよくってよ。
Oh. Yes. Tell me.
教えてあげる前に3つ誓ってもらうわ。
3? Fine.
私が何を教えても後悔しない。口外しない。私が言ったなんて絶対言わない。
Okay. I gulped firmly and nodded. Tamataki-san made an exaggerated expression of distress, gave a dry, vague smile, and lit a cigarette.
教えてください。たたりを下しているのは誰です？たたる相手を選んでいるのは誰なんです？
And after I said that, I finally realized why I wanted to know. Oh, come on! This better not be the end of the fucking chapter. Oh, you fucking bastards. Okay, good. But where are we at now? Oh shit, what the fuck? We just skipped the school? What the fuck kind of fucking shit is that, you fucking bastards? Oh my god. Alright. Anyway, many of my classmates were playing freely in the schoolyard. A few of them had just run out of the school building after putting on their shoes and tapping their toes to the ground. It looked like they had just finished eating lunch. From a time manipulating standpoint, I guess I succeeded.
Maebara-san!
Yes?
大丈夫なんですか?
I'm perfectly fine. A few girls noticed me, came and ran over. It was only natural they were worried. You'd think if someone wasn't there in the morning, they'd be out the rest of the day.
まあ、遅刻さ。気にしないでくれ。
Super late.
それより、さとこはどうだ？今日は来てるか？
The girls exchanged glances. I saw a thin shadow fall over their faces and knew the answer without needing to hear them reply. Satoko was absent today too. When all was said and done, after being out 3 days, she had only come back for 1. And now she was out again. Who knew she would come tomorrow?
でも、さとこちゃんから電話があったって先生言ってました。風邪って言ってたよね。
Which is bullshit.
みんな家に帰ったらうがいをちゃんとしましょうって先生言ってました。
Wait a minute, Chei-sensei. That's a little too thick-headed, don't you think? You're a teacher, aren't you? Why can't you be more sensitive and catch on to the fact that your pupil is sending out an SOS? Dude, how can she fucking tell over the fucking phone? What? But even if she did, there was nothing we could hope for. The most she could do was a home visitation. She didn't have any right to take Satoko from her uncle into safety. No matter the result, it would end up just like the public agencies, with a wait-and-see attitude. It would just piss Satoko's uncle off, and her suffering would only grow deeper. Then, wasn't saying she had a cold the best option?
そうだな。みんなも風邪に気をつけろよ。もう行っていいぜ。昼休みはまだ長いぞ。
The girls excitedly scattered into the schoolyard. Rena! Rena was yelling out the classroom window, waving her hand. A moment later, Mion and Rika-chan poked their heads out too.
圭一までお休みしましたから、とても心配しましたのですよ。
Nothing can defeat me.
でもよかった。
Except for yandere girls. I'm a dork.
顔色もそんなに悪くないし、とりあえず元気そう。
Hell yeah, I was trying to play hooky. I felt a little uncomfortable with her saying that I didn't look sick, but I didn't care that much. Well, you should.
どうしたの？寝坊？
遅刻は遅刻だろ。それとも、電車の事故で遅刻したとでも言えば、許してくれるのか？
Train accident.
寝坊？
Oh, she's serious, okay. Yes, I overslept. Mion was being a little persistent. Was she going to put on her club president cap and scold me for being late? Well, maybe she didn't have it in for me, so I briefly stated that she was right.
まだね、お弁当あるよ。みんなで食べよう。やっぱりね、ケイチくんがいないと盛り上がらないよね。
サトコは休みなんだな。
Even Rena, feigning cheerfulness, couldn't stand to hear that, and her face darkened.
朝、電話があったらしいよ。
Yeah, I already heard.
風がぶり返したから、また休むってさ。長引くかもしれないって言ってた。
Oh, hell no.
かわいそうなので、みんなでお見舞いに行こうという話が出ていますのですよ。
Oh, that might not be a good idea.
何言ってんだよ、リカちゃん。
Not pleased with Rika-chan wearing a wide smile as though it was a happy occasion, I threw cold water on her.
サトコが風邪なんかじゃないことは、俺たちが一番知ってるだろう。たとえ冗談でも、二度とそういう白々しいことを言うな。次は怒るからな。
Rika-chan furrowed her brow, looked down, and mumbled an apology.
ケイチくんだけじゃないよ。みんな辛いよ。
俺だけが悩んでるなんて思ってない。でも、みんな何もできないのは本当だろ。
それはそうだけど。でも。
I got the feeling I would cause another fight if this exchange went on, so I apologized first.
ごめん、謝るから、今の話は忘れてくれ。辛いのは、みんなも同じだよな。
It was at least clear, however, that I was the only one who had worried so much about rescuing her. At the very least, everyone else probably got the normal amount of sleep last night. Probably had good dreams too. They definitely hadn't stayed up all night thinking so desperately.
登校してきていきなりこんなこと聞いて気を悪くするかもしれないけど、ケイちゃん今日遅刻したよね。サトコが今日欠席したこととは関係ある？
はあ？ミオ、お前何の話してるんだ？
ケイちゃんはたまにちょっとつ猛進なところがあるからね。今朝サトコと一緒にケイちゃんも休んだ時、サトコを家から連れ出してどこかにかくまったんじゃないかって本気で思った。
Well, that's honestly what he was thinking. Oh, Jesus. Easy for you to say. If I could have, I'd have done that last night. True. None of them had really thought about how difficult that clear-as-day solution was. I was up thinking all night, thinking until the night was brightening. And then, I concluded that I couldn't do anything of the sort.
バカかお前。人間一人かくまうなんてできるもんかよ。
そうだね。ごめん。気を悪くしたなら謝るよ。
別にいいよ。それより飯にしようぜ。腹が減ってんだ。
I took my bento box out of my bag. Everyone moved to make a spot for me to sit.
前原くん、
Ah, god damn it.
今来たんですか？
Yes. And just as I was about to stick my chopsticks in, Chei-sensei came along.
あ、はい。遅刻してすみません。寝坊しまして。
What the heck? Even the teacher was giving me that strange look.
お弁当を食べたら、院長と前原くんは職員室に来てください。
Excuse me, what does she and me need to come into the teacher's lounge for? Hello? What?
ちょっとお話がありますので。
Right. Probably about Satoko, I thought. Sensei left at it and went back out into the hallway.
弁当を食うまでもないだろう。行こうぜ、ミオ。
そうだね。
Mion and I exchanged looks, nodding to each other, and got up.
さとこちゃんの話、 だろうね。
Already ahead of you there, Rena. No doubt about it. They were saying she had a cold, but everyone in class knew the truth. I didn't think that wouldn't have reached the teacher's ears by now.
僕がずっととぼけるので、僕に聞くのをやめたのでしょう。
Revealing the truth to the teacher would only worsen the situation. Was that why she hadn't said anything? Probably, yeah. Or was it because she was Satoko's friend and knew that she was trying to endure the trial of her uncle's abuse in order to get her brother to come home?
どうする？ 今のうちに私たちなりの統一見解を出した方がいいかもね。
リカちゃんはどうしたい？
Satoko's closest and best friend was Rika-chan. However much I pretended to be her Nini, it didn't come close to the amount of time they'd spent together. So I felt like her opinion should be held in the highest regard.
俺はサトコがどうしておじにいじめられてるのを耐えてるか知ってる。
Everyone looked startled and turned to me.
昔のサトコはいじめられるときっと泣きながら兄の背中に隠れてた。でも結局そのせいで兄が逃げてしまったんだとサトコは思ってる。
誰に聞いたのかな。
監督か。
I nodded quietly.
サトコはおじのいじめに耐えれば兄が帰ってくると信じることによって今を耐え抜こうとしてるのかもしれない。でもそんな思い込みとサトシが帰ってくるのは全く無関係なことだ。サトコには悪いがそれが現実だ。
Everyone hung their heads. Everyone was thinking the same thing.
サトコは多分誰の助けも喜ばない。自分一人の力で耐え忍びたいと思ってる。でもそれを尊重してやるのが果たして正しいだろうか。俺は思わない。一時サトコに恨まれることになろうとサトコの意志に関わらず助けるべき時があると思う。俺はそれが今じゃないかと思ってる。
I told them all about what I saw and how I felt when I went to Satoko's house yesterday.
ケイチ君は話すべきだと思ってるってことだね。
もちろん公的機関への通報でサトコが保護されるのが確定してからだ。その確認のないうちはサトコをかえって危険にさらすこともありえるからな。
難しいね。先生との会話の中でその確約ってのが取れるわけ？
I had no confidence, but we had to try. Meanwhile, Rika-chan had her hand raised for a while, as if asking for an opportunity to speak.
ケイチに任せますです。
Oh, don't say that.
いいのかいリカちゃん。
Even me on.
ケイチは
God.
ここにいる誰よりもサトコのことを考えていますです。
I mean, true, but Keiichi is not thinking straight. Come on. Ugh.
そのケイチが話すべき時だと判断したなら、僕は文句なんか言わないのですよ。
Here's how it will happen, though. We tell someone. That someone will get worried as well. Then they will tell the higher-ups, aka the government of some sort, an agency of some sort. Alright? The next step for that is that the agency or government group or whatever goes to the said abuser's house, inspects every ounce of side of things, okay? And then, as they keep repeating throughout this whole thing, they wait and see scenario will happen. And then once they leave, the single moment they leave the fucking house of Satoko's and the uncle will fucking strike. And that is not what we fucking want. And I have something on my hand. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know how that got there. Anyway. So yes, I think that's a bad move. You're all idiots. You're all children. Stop doing this.
ありがとう。ミオもレナも、それでいいか?
You need concrete proof. You need concrete evidence. You need also for the one being abused to admit it. To admit to the fault of the one who is abusing her to be... okay. I'm getting frustrated. Okay. Just... It's a very, very touchy... I don't want to say area or subject. It's... fuck. I'm just gonna shut up. Mion seemed to hesitate, not knowing if she should agree. But when she saw Rena's firm nod, she made up her mind and did the same.
よし、行くぞ、ミオ。
I hate this so much. I forget how... For those who have seen the second season of the anime, aka I'm guessing this the second season is the answer arcs that will transpire after the next one. I forgot how we officially did this. I think we got the whole village to back us up or something. I don't remember. Shit. It's been forever. I think it's been 10 years plus. I'm 27. Yeah, I was a young teenager. Was I? Fuck. Even I don't know. I have bad memory. Only Chei-sensei was in the teacher's lounge. We didn't see the principal anywhere. The schedule on the blackboard under the principal's name said training going straight home. Our principal's sense of justice was too strong. Satoko's problems wouldn't be solved with something so vague. Maybe it was a stroke of good luck. Sorry. Fuck, I shouldn't be doing this when I'm still sick, but god damn it, I just love Higurashi. Jesus Christ, it's so... Anyway, maybe it was a stroke of good luck that he wasn't here. When the teacher saw Mion and I come in, she closed up her curry bento, saving the rest for later.
そこへおかけなさい。
She told us to take a seat in the chairs directly in front of the principal's seat. Alright. I hadn't sat in this chair since doing the paperwork for transferring in. The two of us sat there uncomfortably before the teacher walked over carrying a notebook and a ballpoint pen and sat in front of us.
前原くん、今日は午前中お休みでしたけど、何かありましたか?
I overslept, that's honest, except for the little detour I took, but no, you don't need to know that.
すみません、寝坊です。
Short and sweet to the point.
本当に?
Hey, what's with the third degree here?
先生に嘘言っても。
Oh, shit. She narrowed her eyes at me in suspicion. Now I was sure of it. She wanted to talk about Satoko.
まず、二人とも知ってると思いますけど、お友達の北条さんがここしばらくお休みしてますね。
Oh, trust me. Yes, we know. Neither Mion and I had anything to say in response. But the teacher proceeded, not minding.
何か知っていますか?
Alright, moment of truth. And I just flicked myself in the head. Ow! Okay.
クラスで良くない噂をしている人たちがいます。
Mion looked down and remained silent, as though she were being lectured. She sent me a quick glance. Everyone had made up their minds. They'd be leaving things to me.
委員長、前原くんも。
Ufa.
先生は別に怒ってるんじゃありませんよ。もしも知っていたら、教えてほしいとお願いしているだけです。
先生、先にこっちから質問してもいいですか?
What's with the blush? She must not have anticipated that response. She looked surprised. Yeah, well.
クラス中で聡子のどんな噂が飛び交ってるかは知りませんが、仮にその噂が真実だったとして、先生はどうするつもりですか？
どうするもこうするも、その話が本当なら放っておけません。
放っておけないって、具体的にはどう放っておけないんですか？
Jesus. Sensei's eyebrow shot up. Maybe I said it like I was trying to pick a fight.
前原くん、
You wanna fight, bruh? You wanna fight?
先生は真面目にお話ししてるんですよ。
先生こそ、俺はすごく真面目な話をしているんです。まず答えてください。真実だったとして、どう放っておけないんです？
Sensei took a few breaths. What did I just say? See? Every time I say, oh my god. Breaths. Okay. Then began to speak slowly.
まず
I felt like
状況を確かめるために北条さんの家を家庭訪問します。
Alright.
おじに怒鳴りつけられて追い返されるかもしれませんね。
Yes.
まあいいや。仮におじと聡子に会えたとします。それで
そして真意を聞きます。
So you're basically saying you directly ask if he was beating her.
その事実が確認できたなら指導します。
It's not that simple. He's not gonna just outright and say, yes, I beat her. What you gonna do about it, bitch?
指導って曖昧な言い方はやめてください。
Exactly. Stop seeing just stop being so vague.
具体的には何をするんですか？
Speak, boy. Well, girl, woman, thing. Even despite my tone being so provocative, Chei-sensei bit back her emotions and listened calmly. I thought then that she was a good teacher. Chei-sensei really did have her students' best interests at heart. But she didn't have the power or the authority to save Satoko. If she let her sense of justice run away with her, the situation could get more complex. Sensei folded her arms, and for a few moments she closed her eyes as though mentally concentrating. And when they opened again, there was a strictness in her eyes I'd never seen before.
児童福祉法という法律があります。
Didn't we cover this already?
この法律で児童に対する虐待は何人に対しても認められていないことが明記されています。
True, but you still need proof. You still need the abuser's, confession, basically.
らしいですね。それで
沖宮の生活相談所へ通報します。
Okay.
さっき前原くんは追い返されると言いましたね。この相談所の職員は必要に応じて警察官を同行させることができます。恫喝には絶対に屈しません。
その福祉士というお役所の人は連絡して書類で申請して何日後に助けに来てくれるんです？
即日です。彼らの仕事は児童の安全を緊急に保護することですから。
Right.
知ってますよ。緊急性があると判断された場合ですよね。認められなかったら先生と同じ指導をして様子見をするんですよね。見てるだけ。聡子のおじの機嫌を悪くして聡子をその場に残したままそれっきり。
ケイちゃん、ちょっと言い過ぎ。
No, he's just being realistic.
嘘はついてないだろ。去年だか一昨年だかに児童相談所が来た時がまさにそうだったんだろう。その結果どうなった？俺よりもミオンや先生の方がよっぽどよく知ってるだろうが。
I had said it too much. I didn't need Mion to tell me that. I was talking crazy and itching for a fight. I was supposed to be telling her about the situation only after I was sure we could save Satoko, but I basically told her everything right from the start. Chai-sensei looked at the clock, stood up, and picked up the phone at the principal's seat.
もしもし、内線の3455をお願いします。
Oh boy. It's happening.
いいの？ケイちゃん。
Oh.
本当に 大丈夫かな。
It was too late. The dice had been cast. Now we could only pray.
お世話になっております。Hinamizawa文庫教諭の千恵と申しますが、指導室の渡辺主事はいらっしゃいますでしょうか。はい、ええ。ちょっと急用がございまして、至急校長と連絡が取りたいのですが。はい、お願いします。緊急とお伝えください。よろしくお願いします。
The teacher put down the phone and tilted her head back and took a breath. Like I always did.
二人にもう一度だけ聞きます。クラスのみんなの噂はすべて本当なんですね。
はい。俺は昨日聡子の家に行って実際にどういうことになっているのか見ました。
あとは先生に任せてください。聡子ちゃんはきっと先生が何とかします。
なんとか？いい加減なことを言わないでください。なんとかじゃない。絶対でなければならない。もしもまた様子見なんてことになったら、先生はどう責任を取るつもりですか？
While I was yelling, the phone rang. Chei-sensei snatched the receiver up first.
もしもし。研修中申し訳ありません。はい。実は例の北条聡子さんの件でお話が。はい。
Sensei waved us away, telling us we could leave now. Mion went to leave, but I held my ground. I had a responsibility to make sure she stopped saying such vague, ambiguous things. If it didn't look like she was going to say anything substantial, then I'd tell them the truth, even if I had to steal the phone from her.
はい。いえ、まだ相談所には。はい。まだ確認はしていませんが、クラスのこの話では相当な様子です。
相当なんてもんじゃないぞ。すぐにだ。今すぐ何とかしろ。通報するならどこへだっていい。でもな、もしも様子見なんてことになってみろ。ただじゃ済まさないからだ。
I yelled angrily at Sensei and the principal on the other end. I wanted to somehow, some way, convey to them just how dangerous her situation was right now.
それは分かっています。ちゃんと伝えますから。委員長、前原君を連れて教室に戻りなさい。
Drag him away if you have to.
はい。
Smack him around.
行くよ、ケイちゃん。あとは先生たちに任せよ。
絶対だぞ。
Until the very last moment, I glared at Sensei. Chei-sensei was being pressured by the likes of me. Idiot. This isn't the time to feel pressured. Now's the time when you give me a firm nod that'll set my mind at ease. Even so, we've already left things in her hands. At this point, we really can't do anything but pray. Mion shut the door to the teacher's lounge. Oh, god damn. I think this is where it ends. Right. Article stats from the Ministry of Health and Welfare. I was about to say warfare. It's not Call of Duty. No. It's more sinister. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save. And we're going to go ahead and let me see how long the video has been. An hour and a half. Yeah, that's a good time to stop right here, I suppose. I just don't know. We could go ahead and make it a long one. Yes. Let's do it. The die of fate had been cast. We reporting to a public agency, which we'd kept being warned could instead result in something far worse for Satoko if we didn't have the evidence first. And just like that, had I failed, had I let my emotions get the better of me in that moment, maybe I should have stayed silent and left everything to Mion, since she had been relatively calm. I remembered the punishment game where we had to badmouth Curie, and how me saying anything would have made it worse, and Satoko told us to leave the talking to her. Maybe it was the same thing here. I was impulsive, so maybe I should have just shut up and looked at the floor. But it was too late to lament that. The die I had thrown wouldn't be coming back into my hands. All we could do was pray for something good to happen.
ケイチ君はケイチ君にできる精一杯をしたよ。
I didn't pause the recording, did I? Okay, good.
だからあとは先生たちに任せよう。
No.
ね。
俺にできる精一杯？本当に俺が死に物狂いに精一杯だったら、里子を夕べのうちに連れ出して、どこかの廃屋にでも隠れてる。そうならなかったってことは、俺は精一杯じゃなかったってことだろ。
もう考えるのはよそ。ケイチ君、少し根を詰めすぎだよ。そんな調子じゃ、ケイチ君まで倒れちゃう。
Just leave me alone. I left her with those words and stared lazily up at the ceiling. I wondered if I'd really got Chei-sensei to understand. Would the public agency intervene and solve everything within the day? Would they acknowledge the abuse and guarantee her safety? After lunch break, our afternoon classes were mostly self-study. The teacher came back to the classroom occasionally, but then the phone in the lounge would ring and she'd have a long conversation with the caller. Everyone in class got the feeling that they knew what those phone calls were about. Sensei came trotting back from the classroom.
今日は何度も電話で、本当では今日はこれでおしまいにします。
Sorry.
委員長、号令。起立。
It looked to me like Sensei had been wearing a dark expression ever since after lunch break. It wasn't a very relieving expression. It wouldn't be, even if Sensei 100% understood the situation and passionately explained it to the other person. At the end, the Child Consultation Center, as a public agency, would be the ones to decide whether to get her to safety. Sensei understood that as well as us, and that's why she looked so unreliable right now.
ケイちゃん、帰ろうよ。部活する気も起きないでしょ。
Right.
みーちゃん、部活は誰が欠けても面白くないよ。
Rena was right. It was no fun for us if someone was missing. If the teacher's expression had shown more promise, then maybe we could have gone home more comfortably. But I couldn't let myself feel relieved. I couldn't be naive and tell myself all I can do is pray, now that the dice have been cast. Just in case they didn't get her to safety and decide to wait and see again, I'd need to take further measures. We've asked the people who could do something official already. Then there was one more place that was worth asking for help. She might laugh it off, or I might be right, and I could be endangering my own life. But I'd try.
ミオ、今日さ、お前の家に寄ってもいいか？お前、 漫画かなり持ってるんだろ。少しまとめ狩りしたいんだけどな。
いいけど。
There was an ominous meaning behind my words, so Mion realized what I really meant right away. I wanted to talk about something alone. That's what I meant.
兄ちゃん、ケイチくん、早く帰ろう。
Rena already had her shoes on and was waving to us from the schoolyard. Damn. Fast travel. Mion's house was gigantic in every way imaginable. Damn. The house itself was a vaguely old-fashioned traditional Japanese house. But the yard, I guess, or their plot of land, was enormous. It easily convinced me that they really were major landowners, with Hinamizawa under their thumb. Mion brought me through the guest room, and the servant brought us some tea. Fetch me some porn, servant. Fucking Christ.
へえ、
Anyway.
さすが金持ちだな。
Oh, shit.
お手伝いさんなんか雇ってるのかよ。
She.
私とバッチャしか住んでないもの。私だけじゃやってけないよ。
The servant left, telling us it was 5 o'clock, then withdrew with soft footsteps.
週に2、3回ね。バッチャの世話とか掃除の手伝いで来てくれてる。3、4人がローテーションで入ってくれてるんで、大抵毎日誰かがいてくれるよ。夕方までだけどね。あ、宴会とかがあって人手が欲しい時には別途に呼んでるんだけどさ。
If you had the money to hire all these people, then just take Satoko in. I glared at her as I thought that, sorry. And Mion seemed to catch on immediately.
ごめん。
いいよ。金の問題じゃないことは分かってるからな。
先に言っとくけど、うちはお金持ちかもしれないけど、私に自由にできるお金は全くないんだからね。そこだけは誤解しないでほしい。
It kind of looked like I was bullying her. Mion had been apologizing to me a lot lately. Was Mion the sort of person who would do that this much? Maybe it's just that I've been looking so grim lately.
でさ、何？ケイちゃん、なんか話があったんじゃないの？
ミオンにかなり本気な話がある。突然な話でミオンは面食らうかもしれないが、聞いてほしい。
何？
あ、先に逃げ道を渡しておくな。仮に本当だったとして、ミオはそれを認めてくれなくてもいい。しらばっくれててもいい。だけれど最後まで俺の話は聞いてほしい。鬼ヶ淵村御三家の今や筆頭家、その次期当主の園崎ミオンに話がある。
Oh shit. Being all formal and official. Holy crap. Damn. Here we go. At first, Mion looked like she had no idea what I was saying, but hearing the whole sentence and putting it together, she reacted.
どこで聞いたの？
それは関係ないことだ。
I definitely couldn't tell her who told me. Takano-sen, you told me not to, but please forgive me. This is why I asked you about it after all.
ケイちゃんが鬼ヶ淵村の名を知ってることだけでも驚きだけど、私についていろいろとあることないことを知ってそうだね。
ああ、あることないことだ。
Wink.
俺が勘違いしてるだけなのかもしれない。でもそれでもいいから聞いてくれ。
Alright, let's get this going.
そしてもしも本当なんだったら、
Yeah, just get to it.
ケイちゃんが何の話をしようとしてるかわからないけど、話す前に釘を刺すよ。とにかくケイちゃんは大きな勘違いをしてる。だからできるなら私はケイちゃんの話も聞きたくない。聞いても何も叶えてあげられないからね。でも話すことでケイちゃんの肩が少しでも軽くなるなら聞くよ。
Things are getting delayed. I don't know why. It's probably my computer. Oh, God, I need a new one fast. Jesus. Alright.
本当に聞くだけ。何も起こらないよ。
Alright.
それでもいいね。
Mion seemed to know what kind of thing I'd be talking about. She warned me that doing so would be fruitless. That much was obvious. If what I was going to say was true, then the Sonozaki family would be the masterminds behind the string of freak deaths that had been occurring every year in Hinamizawa.
Oyashiro-samaのたたりってあるよな。
Mion nodded a little.
正体不明。なぜ起こるのかも不明。個々には解決しながらも、全体で見れば不可解な連続開始、連続失踪事件。
Oofa.
でも、一つだけ共通することがある。それは、必ず村の旧敵が標的に選ばれること。
みたいだね。
Mion spoke as if it didn't relate to her. That was fine. She didn't have to admit it. For now, I just wanted her to stay quiet and listen to me.
あさってだろ、綿流し。今年のたたりの犠牲者ってさ、もう決まってるのか？
That's a direct question. Holy crap. Mion didn't answer. Her expression remained the same too. Like she said, she was just quietly listening.
あ、ごめんな。聞いてるだけって約束なのに、質問しちゃ変だよな。
Mion gave me a look she had never given me before. A faraway look. A sympathetic one. She didn't nod. She just smiled faintly and listened to me.
もしも、今年のたたりが、聡子のおじじゃなかったなら、だって、去年は聡子のおばだろ。順番から言えば、決しておかしくはないだろ。
Oh, I know, but fuck. I just want to say this so bad. I just want to say it. I just want to fucking say it. But spoiling. Fuck. Oh, God. It's so hard. It's so hard not to spoil you guys. Fuck. Alright, anyway. Fuck.
そうだね。そういう順序もあるね。
Oh, I just want to say it so bad. You guys, please don't spoil it either. Just don't spoil anything in the comments, please.
第一あいつ、去年のたたりでおばが死んだ後、聡子を放り出して丸1年、町に逃げ出してたじゃないか。
Of course, if you do, I'll delete it quickly because I just don't want anything spoiled.
そんなやつ、もろにお社様のたたり確定じゃないかよ。今年のたたりに選んでも不足はないはずだぜ。
そうだね。今年のたたりであいつが死んでも多分みんな納得するね。
俺聞いたんだ。お社様のたたりってのはその
No matter how I looked at it, I wasn't sure whether I should continue. No matter how I tried, the words wouldn't come out.
hinamizawa連続開始事件。
Oh, okay. No, it was revealed in the last arc how Satoshi died and who did it. So it's not exactly spoiling, but that is a freaking gigantic hint on what he just said. Oyashiro-sama's curse targeting the aunt. But we all know the quote-unquote curse targeted Satoshi. So then who did the beating to death to the aunt? Think about it. That's all I'm gonna say. But please, no spoilers for those interested. Alright.
通称お社様のたたりは園崎家が主導で御三家が起こしている村ぐるみの事件だでしょ。
別に俺はそれにミオンが関わってるとかそんなのには興味がないんだ。ただもしもそういうたたりを決めている連中に渡りがつくなら里子の叔父をたたりに選ぶように言ってほしいだけなんだ。頼む。
ケイちゃんの言ってる内容はさっきから本当にひどいこと。hinamizawa連続開始事件が園崎家主導の事件なんだとしたら、それじゃあ主犯格は私ってことだよね。私がたたりを決め指示をし、何人も殺めて消したことになる。ケイちゃんは私を人殺し呼ばわりするんだ。
だから言ってるじゃないか。ミオンが連続殺人の主犯だろうと無関係だろうと俺はどうでもいいんだ。たとえミオンが殺人犯だって俺の親友であることには何も関係ないじゃないか。それでも全然構わないんだぜ。警察に追われたら助けてやる。お前のアリバイを作ってやるし逃走だって助けてやる。仲間で親友だからだ。そうだろ。
Mion looked surprised for a while. She was dumbfounded.
いきなり共犯宣言？
Maybe.
ケイちゃん、かなり大胆だよそれ。
Hell yeah.
いいから話の腰を折るな。佐藤の叔父を今年のたたりに。
ケイちゃんストップ。そろそろご飯の準備をしたいから今日はこれくらいにしたいんだけど。
いや。
I then realized that my cheeks were wet with tears. They slid down my chin and fell, drip drop, to the tatami mat.
最初から言ってる通り、ケイちゃんは大きな勘違いをしてる。お社様のたたりはお社様のたたり。たとえ人間の起こした事件であったにせよ、それは園崎家とは、ましてや私とは何の関係もないよ。
Such a fucking liar. God damn it.
ああ、それは分かっているさ。
だからケイちゃんの必死の訴えには胸を打たれるけど、それだけ。私が叶えてあげたくても叶えてあげられない。それもわかるね。
ああ。
でもケイちゃんの気持ちは痛いくらいに分かったよ。もしも本当に私がケイちゃんの言うように御三家を操って毎年の犠牲者を選べる立場にあったなら、きっと私はケイちゃんの願いを叶えているよ。
ミオン。
でも現実は違う。私はただの園崎ミオン。確かに園崎家はいろいろな意味で悪い噂を持ってhinamizawaを影から支配している一族だけれども、連続開始事件とは何の関係もない。ダム闘争では確かに少々過激な抵抗もしたけれど、それだけ。人殺しなんて大それたこと絶対にやらないよ。
そんな悲しいこと言うなよ。せめて今だけでも嘘でもいいからうなずいてくれればいいじゃないか。
ケイちゃん、夢を見るのは勝手。私がここでうなずいてみせれば、ケイちゃんは里子があさっての夜に解放されると信じて肩の荷を下ろすことができるんだろうけどね。でも無情にも里子の叔父はあさっての夜も超える。来週になっても再来週になっても居続ける。それを覚悟してね。私は綿流しの次の日になぜ殺さなかったなんてケイちゃんに詰め寄られたくない。
ミオン。
Mion stood up slowly and closed the sliding door to keep out the wind that had grown chilly.
ミオさんかな。ケイちゃんにそんな話を吹き込んだのは。
I'm not saying she did, but
あの人、ひなみざわをいい感じに誤解してるからな。
you fucking bastard.
まあ、本人が一人で楽しんでる分にはいいんだけど。ケイちゃんを感化するのはいただけないな。
Because it's true.
やれやれ。これだからよそ者は。
And this is why they're their targets.
高野さんは関係ないからな。
はいはい。でも安心して。仮にミオさんがケイちゃんに喋ったと分かったって、別にどうにもならないんだから。
Oh, something's gonna happen to those two, alright.
別にミオさんが今年のタタリに選ばれるわけじゃない。
Yeah.
そもそも、今年もタタリがあるかどうかなんてわからないよ。あんなの、不幸な偶然がただ積み重なっただけなんだからさ。
聞いてくれてありがとな。もしもミオンが連続事件と何の関係もなかったなら、本当に不愉快な話をした。謝っておくな。
そうだね。謝っておいてくれるかな。
Mion said she didn't have much time, but she still brought me to the gate. She said she had a meeting or something today about Sunday's Watanagashi festival, so there would be a lot of people from the town council and the festival committee coming. Despite her day being so busy, she still listened to what I had to say.
天に神様がいるならさ。
I think the so-called meeting she is having in this night is who they're about to strike in the festival. And of course, we all know who's going to be chosen. Takano and Tametake.
きっと、ケイちゃんの強い思いは伝わるから。
あ、今日は変な話をして本当にごめんな。今日の話はなかったことにしてくれていい？
うん。忘れておくよ。
じゃあ、明日な。
バイバイ。
Bye-bye. I had really only spent a short time with Mion. Talking to her made me think. It was clear that what Takano-san had told me, at least, wasn't a complete fabrication. If Mion was really, really unconnected to the incidents, then she probably wouldn't have listened to me so quietly. She heard me out until I was done without making any quips. And I wanted to think that was proof. Blah. I did kind of feel like I was grasping at straws. Of course, thinking back on it, it was a terrible thing to discuss. I mean, I went to my friend's house, called her a serial murderer, and then told her to kill Satoko's uncle. I was the only one talking that whole time. Mion quietly listened to everything I had to say like a pastor listening to a confession. She could have gotten angry part way through, told me off, and to go wash my face in miso soup, and come back later. What the fuck? Hello, what? But she didn't. Was that proof that Mion's family, the Sonozakis, were the masterminds? Or was she just listening because she felt sorry for me going kind of crazy? I didn't know which it was. But it was the one effort I could make at the moment. It was another form of insurance. Should worst come to worst and the public agency decide to wait and see. It was a completely useless resistance, literally grasping at straws. Sensei said that if she reported it to the child consultation center, they'd have to respond on the same day. Could they already be in the middle of responding to it now? If Satoko came to school tomorrow morning all energetic, then everything would be just a needless fear. Why couldn't tomorrow come faster? Night time. Chirp chirp. That night was unusually hot and humid, and I couldn't get to sleep. I said all that to Sensei. They couldn't possibly decide to wait and see again this year. Satoko, what was it like for her tonight? Had she tasted the end of her nightmare, enjoying a night of liberation? I actually put my hands together and prayed into my futon. Oh boy, I got a bad feeling. Here we go. Morning. Are we going straight to school? Yep.
おはよ
よかった。今日もお寝坊かと思ったよ。昨日はおばさまには先に行ったって言われるし、学校には来ていないし、途中で日射病で倒れちゃったのかなって心配してたんだから。
へいへい。昨日は心配かけて申し訳ございませんでした。
Hey, good morning.
みーちゃん、おはよう。大丈夫？なんかすっごく眠そうだよ。
そういえば昨日は遅くまで町会の人が集まっての打ち合わせ会だったんだろ？
Here we go.
打ち合わせ会なんて名ばかりの宴会だよ。
Right.
毎年やってるお祭りだもん。今さら小難しい打ち合わせなんかないし。
今日の午後はやっぱりお祭りのお手伝いに行くのかな？
うん。バッチャの代わりにいろいろ挨拶しなきゃなんないし。それにね、祭りってのは準備からもう始まってるからね。
Our morning conversation was lighthearted as usual. It looked like Mion had thankfully forgotten about how I'd barged into her house yesterday with that crazy talk. Oh my god, I had a crazy talk with her. The more I think back on it, I felt like I'd really said something terrible to her. I was really thoughtless, and I wouldn't have been weird if she'd yelled at me. It wouldn't have been weird if she yelled at me. It was highly possible Takano-san had exaggerated her story. To think that our comrade and friend Mion, the young leader of the Sonozakis, one of the three families effectively controlling Hinamizawa, was pulling the strings behind the serial death incidents, was a little unbelievable. But if there was even a 1% chance that it was true, then what I said yesterday to Mion might have been a success. Yes, it was no more than 1 in 100. But that little bit of effort might have brought the chances of saving Satoko up by even a tiny bit. At least I'd made that effort. After yesterday ended, I was sure I'd done everything I possibly could. If there was something else I could do, it was probably just to clap my hands and pray that Satoko's uncle would be killed by the curse.
さとこ、今日は来ているといいな。
Still with that crazy talk.
そうだね。先生がいろいろと手配してくれたんでしょ？うん。きっと大丈夫だよ。
Hinamizawa地区の民生委員が私のおばさんなんだけどさ、ゆうべ電話して聞いてみたよ。
へえ、みーちゃんのおばさんって民生委員さんなんだね。それで、さとこちゃんのことなんて言ってたの？
うん。先生があの後、直接沖宮の生活相談所に電話してね。担当の職員さんが夕べのうちに訪問したらしいよ。
私のおばさんにも今後定期的にアプローチするようにと連絡があったって。
小難しい話はいいよ。それより聡子はどうなったんだよ。保護されたのか？
Didn't you just hear what he said? She said, sorry.
おばさんはそこまでは知らされてなかったみたい。本来はこういうのって秘密だからね。おばさんが私に話してくれたのも十分に倫理違反なんだしさ。
くそ、かえって不安になったぞ。
行こう、学校に。
Yeah, just get to school and find out for yourselves. Right. Discussing this more would just make us feel worse. It was far quicker to go to school and see if Satoko was safe or not. The three of us nodded and ran off. Was Satoko safe? What measures had the Child Consultation Center taken? I didn't care what. As long as we could go back to our peaceful life with Satoko today, it didn't matter to me. At the shoe racks at the entrance, Rena took a peek in Satoko's shoe cubby.
あ、さとこちゃんの靴あるよ、あるよ。ケイチくん、さとこちゃんは来てるよ。よかった。
来てるだけじゃわからないだろ。
Okay, that's a lot of words for a little spoken kanji there.
聡子の顔を見るまで何もわかるものか。
We trotted towards the classroom. The classroom was lively, as it usually was in the morning.
聡子、どこだ？
ここにちゃんといますですよ。朝っぱらから騒々しいですわね。少しはお静かになさいませ。さとこちゃん、大丈夫だった？
All of our friends crowded around Satoko excitedly.
あのさ、さとこ。家で、どういう話になったわけ？
呼んだのはどなたですの？まったく、どんな騒ぎでしたのよ。
先生だよ。あれだけ欠席すりゃ心配もする。
Okay, I guess that's enough. Satoko said, I told you I'm fine under her breath. She was still trying to overcome all this suffering on her own.
私もおじさまもとんだ迷惑でしたのよ。急にあんなに人に押しかけられて、もう。みんなさとこちゃんのこと心配してたんだよ。迷惑だなんて言わないで。
ああ、もうとにかくそれでどうなったんだよ。
どうもこうもしませんわ。風邪が治ったから学校に来ただけのことですのよ。これからはあんまりお休みして心配をかけないようにしないといけませんわね。
What was Satoko saying?
おじさんはどうなったの？ええ、多少誤解があったことを認めて、二人でごめんなさいをしまして。
And there it fucking is. Because she wouldn't admit to her uncle beating her, of course everything just goes labeled as misunderstandings. Fuck my life. I hate this so much. It's the same basic things. But I still hate it so much. Alright. Tug. Rika-chan grabbed the back of my collar and pulled me away. What is it? Ah, blinding light!
なんだよ、リカちゃん。
Rika-chan silently dragged me all the way into the hallway. What is it?
リカちゃん、あれはどういうことだよ。
さとこは何でもないと言って追い返してしまいました。
Yep.
バカ野郎！なんで？
No. Somewhere in my mind, I thought it might turn out like this. Satoko didn't ask for anyone's help. She didn't hide behind anyone. She was trying to ride out this pain. She wanted to show Satoshi proof that if he came back to them, she wouldn't need to hide behind him anymore.
だけど監督に聞いた話じゃ、保護士ってのは本人の意思に関係なく緊急保護をすることができるんだろう。いくら聡子が虐待を否定したって虐待は事実。
It's not that easy. Chei-sensei finally came. Her expression was far from cheerful.
前原君の言う通り、児童福祉士は緊急性があると判断すれば職権で緊急保護をすることができます。当事者の意思に関係なく。
じゃあどうして聡子の意思が変に尊重されて保護されないことに。
それに沖宮の相談所もいろいろ検討した末にそういう判断を。
なんだよそりゃ。先生、昨日あんた絶対に助けるから大丈夫って言わなかったか。これはどういうことだよ。おかしいじゃねえかよ。おい
ケイチ、実はこれが3回目なのです。過去にも2回あったのです。
古出さん。
Sensei tried to stop her, but Rika-chan went on speaking anyway.
過去に一昨年の冬に通報して様子見になったって話は聞いてるが、その前にもあったのか。
聡子の死んでしまったお父さんは聡子の本当のお父さんではないのです。
え、リカちゃん、それが
I'm stunned at the sudden revelation. I had no idea what Rika-chan wanted to tell me, but it seemed really important, so I couldn't get a word in either.
聡子のお母さんは再婚なのです。聡子とサトシはお母さんの連れ子で、お父さんとは血はつながっていなかったのです。
Satoshi was a good kid, one who listened politely to what adults told him. He was immediately welcomed by their new father and was loved. But Satoko was different. She was rebellious. She told lies. She played pranks. Her stepfather didn't like her at all.
つまりどういうことだよ。
聡子はおじ夫婦に預けられる以前の家族の時もあまり良好な家族関係ではなかったのです。
Of course, her stepfather didn't have any malicious intent at the start. At first, he must have worked hard to get his new daughter to accept him. But the young Satoko didn't make any effort at all towards that end. She was distant towards her stepfather and never opened her heart to him even a little. She just got on his nerves all the time, with seemingly forced lies and pranks. Her father's discipline and punishment must have been loving at first, of course, but that too faded quickly.
私はその時はhinamizawaにいなかったからよく知らないけれど、昨日電話で初めて知りました。
先生が聞いたのはどんな話ですか？
聡子ちゃんが両親、特に義理のお父さんを陥れるのを目的に嘘の話を作って自分で生活相談所に電話したって。
Fucking Christ. So they took that instance into heart and thought it was all just a freaking big old prank or misunderstanding. Okay.
自称と作り話。
This is why you can't go trying wolf. Because the instance that you need something from those that you've tried wolf to, they'll just nudge it aside. And you won't get actual help. Never try wolf. At all.
聡子は嫌いなお父さんを追い払うため 嘘の電話をしたのです。
Child welfare officers rushed there and heard the story. Her father genuinely apologized for a few times when he had gone too far, and agreed to let the child welfare center give him coaching.
いろいろと関係機関が調べた結果ね。ギフとさとこちゃんの心のすれ違いに原因があることは分かったんだけど、それ以上にさとこちゃん自身に問題があることが分かったの。
さとこに問題って何です？
Satoko's mother. There were a few times where she had lived with de facto husbands, though those relationships didn't result in remarriage. From a young age, Satoko had been forced to call at least 2 or 3 people her father. At some point, Satoko's pranks escalated. She would spill food on purpose, turn over her plate, and even throw it. Damn. She would break the windows in the neighborhood and shoplift candy. Fuck. She would put thumbtacks everywhere and set other traps to seriously hurt people. Not in the way she did now, just to get laughs. She was also fond of telling lies that would be found out right away, and people got mad at her every time. But she never, ever changed her behavior.
さとこちゃんのことを問題児なんて思わないでね。
well, technically she was.
これは幼いさとこちゃんが母親を知らない男に取られまいとして取った自衛的な行為なの。
Yeah, well, that doesn't justify it, but yeah. In regards to Satoko's problematic behavior, child psychology experts from public institutions indicated her actions were to draw her mother's attention to herself. They acknowledged that she had a form of harmful emotional trauma and declared that she needed counseling and therapy from professionals. They didn't know whether that therapy had healed the wounds in her heart.
さとこちゃんはわざと体に傷を作り、お父さんに虐待を受けているとね。
でも、結局さとこをいじめてたわけだろ、そのギフは。
In case I went a little bit too quickly, there's what she said. And okay. But in the end, her stepfather did abuse her, right?
いいえ。虐待の話は全部さとこちゃんの作り話だった。義理のお父さんはもちろん少し感情的な叱り方をしてしまったかもしれないけど、逸脱しているほどではなかったの。
Satoko had to lie to chase away her stepfather, and they saw through her right away and found out that Satoko had issues.
あ、ひょっとしてそのせいで一昨年の冬は様子見に。
はい、ちゃんと昔の記録が残ってましたですから。さとこの嘘の可能性もあるから慎重に、ということになりましたのです。
Exactly.
なんだよそれ。つまりなんだよ。
Because of that one instance. Now when she really needs help.
さとこは嘘をつくかもしれないから慎重に。だから様子を見ろってことになってんのかよ。
狼と羊飼いさんなのです。
Fucking Christ. I love it when I call shit. Oh, fuck. Well, in this case, she's saying girl who cried wolf. Although the actual story is boy who cried wolf. But, that fable about telling a lie once, making others unwilling to believe you later.
ふざけんなよ。昔のことなんか全然無関係だろ。
They don't know that, dude.
今現在起こってる事実だけが重要なんだろうが。サトコはおじに虐待されている。どうしてその事実が昔の出来事で歪められなきゃならねえんだよ。
Neither Sensei nor Rika-chan had anything to say to that.
とにかくそれを慎重に判断するために保護士さんが昨日訪れましたのです。
And Satoko dealt with them, put on the best, strongest smile she could manage, and denied the abuse. Of course, she was probably being threatened to keep quiet about it by her uncle. Satoko was trying to outlast everything without asking for help. Satoko wanted to wait for Satoshi to come back home, and she outright denied the truth of the abuse. What an idiot. What? You're not really enduring it. Do you really think pretending like this will actually bring Satoshi back? Just stop it already. Satoshi, he abandoned you. And the fact that he hasn't shown up to save you now is proof, isn't it? So just stop it. Please stop being weird and pretending to endure it.
今した話は全部忘れるように。いいですね。他の子に喋ったら先生怒りますからね。
Chei Sensei gave me a warning, then left to go back to the teacher's lounge.
ケイチ、サトコのことをかわいそうな子なんて思わないでくださいです。サトコはしっかり生きていますです。サトコは
そんなの分かってる。俺たちのかけがえのない仲間だ。
サトコはまだ頑張っています。もう少し見守ってあげましょうです。相談所の人が今後も定期的に訪問すると言ってるのです。大変なことになったらすぐに助けてくれますよ。
大変なことになった後だろ。
Any more than that would have sounded like I was picking a fight, so I firmly swallowed my next words and went back to the classroom. Mion and Rena were talking to Satoko like they always did. It was a silly conversation, a humorous, even fun one, like it was any old day. If Satoko really said she could still endure it, then maybe I should do as Rika-chan said and watch over her. Maybe whatever help I offer will just go unwanted. How far?
さて、お昼でございますわね。
2 hours and 18 minutes. Go until the next intermission, I guess, maybe. I just don't want to stop. Fuck.
5人揃ってのお昼は久しぶりだね。やっぱりこうじゃないとダメだよね。
まったく同感同感。ほらほらケイちゃんも机寄せて。
Satoko brought her own desk over as well, grinning broadly. Even knowing nothing had been resolved, this exchange was pleasant, and made me remember how fun it used to be.
いつまでもリカにお弁当を作ってもらっては悪いですわね。いいのですよ。サトコのお弁当を作るのは僕の楽しみなのです。
Rika-chan's such a good girl. Having such a good friend must be so reassuring.
僕に大きなハンバーグを入れて、サトコには焦げたのを入れて、サトコだけかわいそうかわいそうでミパーン。
I take it back. Well, she is Rika-chan after all.
マッシュルームとか美味しそうだよね。はう。いつもながらお見事なお手前でございましたよ。いつお嫁に行ってもおかしくない腕前ですわね。お嫁。お嫁を食べると。
The fuck? Eating a what the fuck? Don't put those two words together. Well, three words. But...
エナにお嫁は NG ワードだね。以後控えるように。
ほんのちょっぴり完成しましたよ。
ところでミオンの弁当はなんだよ。今日のはまた趣が違って期待大だな。
おじさんはまったりと夕べのおかず詰め合わせね。煮物がいい感じなんだよ。ほら、大根の色はかなりいいでしょ。わあ、
美味しそうなのです。
煮物は一晩寝かせてからが真骨頂だな。これはかなりいけそうだ。
Oh my god, I want stew right now. Fuck. Making me hungry.
よってサトコの分はなし。俺が全部食って感想を聞かせるから黙って見てろ。
なんですって。私の分もおよこしなさいな。
I'll use my knee too. Hurrah! Oh god. Why so close?
密着距離まで入れば私の有利は動きませんわね。
Right.
ケイチさんの分のお大根が実に美味しいですわ。
ちっくしょう。バトル開始時から密着でいきなりコンボとは無念。
This little exchange, how long had it been? It looked like they'd ended up going with the wait-and-see approach, but maybe her uncle had realized he'd gone a little too far and would dial it back now. If her treatment improved a little, would that be good enough? Would that be a good thing? Sorry, read that wrong. Satoko was grinning wider than I'd seen as she chomped down on her mouthful of the daikon she'd plundered from me. Did it really taste that good? The hell? Didn't they just show her with her eyes fucking lively? Satoko was somewhat cute like that. And just as I'd done many times, I grabbed her head and started petting it.
Satoko-chan?
It was so sudden that for a moment I didn't know what had happened. The back of my hand was stinging. I went to pet Satoko's head and then she hit my hand.
どうしたの、サトコ。
Satoko was scratching at her head, as though a pimple or something had appeared on it and became itchy. It was so sudden and so unprovoked that I didn't understand what happened.
どうしたサトコ。
At some point, her body had been covered in a thin layer of sweat, and her breathing had turned ragged. When I pet her head, did she not like it? Was that what it meant?
お前、頭撫でられるの嫌いだったっけ？
Once again, slowly I held out the palm of my hand and brought it close to Satoko's head. The instant the palm of my hand touched her head, there was a shock like static electricity, and Satoko began to howl. She grabbed my arm in both hands, and as if flinging off a snake trying to cling to her, as if trying to throw away something dirty, she threw it violently. It happened too suddenly for me to react. I hit the desk behind me, and both it and I fell to the floor. The classroom fell deathly silent. As Satoko bellowed, it sounded like she was in the throes of death, and she unsteadily backed away. Then she threw up the food she'd just eaten. She vomited it all back up. Splish splat. The sound of Satoko's vomit hitting the floor ran through the classroom.
大丈夫かよ、サトコ。具合でも。
I reached out a hand and she swatted it away with all her might. With such extreme strength that I fell onto the floor again. Satoko put both hands on her head as though protecting it, groaned some more and took a few steps back. And then she began swinging both hands around. Students in nearby seats were forced to evacuate. She grabbed anything within reach. Bento boxes, chairs, threw them, tossed them, and flung them about.
ちょっとやめなよ、サトコ。あんたどうしちゃったの？
She screamed out as if Mion's words had caused her physical pain. No one spoke a word to her. All the students were withdrawing behind us, leaving Satoko alone in the corner of the classroom. Around her, there were desks and chairs all over the floor. Bento lay scattered. It was terrible. All I could hear was Satoko's ragged breath, fa, and the voices of the cicadas. The strings of tension loosened around Satoko, and maybe she suddenly grew scared of her own actions, because she started trembling and gave a word of apology. But nobody knew just who that apology was directed towards. So for now, I decided to answer as everyone's representative.
いや、そっちこそ大丈夫か？
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
Our words didn't match each other at all. Satoko hugged her shoulders, and back she went. She ran into the locker with the cleaning supplies in it. Even that made her give a little yelp. The impact caused the bucket atop of the locker to fall, making a loud sound, and that scared Satoko most of all. She almost jumped out of her skin, grabbing a bunch of the curtain in her hands. Nobody spoke to her. They could only look, not even remembering to blink. Satoko, what on earth? I stood up, took a step away from everyone, and approached Satoko.
何があったんだ？
だから私知らないです。私知らないです。違うからもう嫌です。やめてください。許して
落ち着けよ、サトコ。俺がわかるか？も
う嫌です。
Every time I took a step forward, she grasped the curtains more tightly and cried out.
サトコ、俺だよ。ケイチだ。わかんないのか？
Say the two words, Nini.
お前に危害なんか加えない。だから落ち着けって。大丈夫だ。俺はお前の味方だって。
助けて。
It's PTSD now, man.
怖いのやだ。痛いのやだ。
Suddenly, my shoulders were grabbed and I was dragged backward. It was Rena.
ごめん、ケイチ君。ケイチ君はちょっと後ろに行ってて。
After pulling me back, she ran towards Satoko in my place.
大丈夫だよ、さとこちゃん。もう怖いことなんかないよ。ほら、安心して。やだやだやだ。もうやだやだ。でも、やだ。ニーニー。ニーニー。助けて。助けて。ニーニー。助けてよ。
As she gripped the curtains, she kept calling for Nini. She continued to wail about being forgiven for something, and to be saved for something. What is this? Mion gnashed her teeth and groaned, and there were tears falling from her firmly closed eyes.
どうなってんだよ、これ。昨日で全部終わったんじゃないのか。今日からまた元の生活に戻っていくんじゃないのか。ミオン、ミオン。
There was a crazy sound. Rena had taken the cleaning supply locker and kicked it down to the ground. Everyone stood surprised at Rena's unexpected act of brutality. After that, Rena embraced the bawling Satoko from behind and started crying with her, stifled.
レナ、どうした？
ごめん。ケイチ君、ちょっと黙ってて。
今のはなんだよ。どうしたんだよ。
Shut the fuck up.
サトコから何か聞いたのか。何を聞いたんだよ。
サイナー
Basically what I said.
黙ってろって言ってんでしょ。
Rena's raw, hostile emotion hit me like a brick. It was no more than a momentary howl of emotion for Rena, but it was more than that for me. She had shown me what was behind all that emotion, what was in her heart.
さとこちゃん。やだやだやだやだ。もうやだやだやだ。許して。何もできなかった私たちを許して。ニーニー。ニーニー。ニーニー。ごめんね。ごめんね。
Forgive us for being unable to do anything. Rena's words made me feel as though the blood vessels in the back of my head were suddenly all turning to ash. My vision grew distant, blurred with gray, and the world lost its color. I thought we could save Satoko. But though I knew it'd be the sooner the better, I thought there was no time limit for doing that. I never even dreamed that we could be too late. I've been making a huge mistake. I thought Satoko would be hurt, but never that she'd break. It was such a huge mistake. People, they break. Thinking that they don't is absolutely absurd. We needed to save Satoko. We needed to save her before she broke. That fatal lapse in awareness had brought this on. Whose fault was it? That went without saying. Mine, No, ours. We all took on the duty of saving Satoko, but we were negligent to the point of laziness. In that sense, this was the inevitable result. Even if this didn't happen today, and it happened tomorrow, or the day after, or next week, we would have just sat around doing nothing until that day. So this was the obvious result. I slumped down to my knees, just as Mion and Rika-chan had done, and I too closed my eyes tight and couldn't stop myself from sobbing.
何の騒ぎですか？ちょっと何があったんです？
The teacher came, and her face screwed up at the terrible spectacle before her. The instant she realized the teacher was here, Satoko went through another complete change. She wiped her face with the curtains, and, like nothing happened, smiled.
北条さん、これは一体何事ですか？
レナさんと喧嘩になってしまっただけですのよ。お弁当をめぐってちょっぴり大暴れなんですの。ね。
Rena didn't nod or reply. But then, since Satoko wished it, she nodded without strength. The rest of the class couldn't keep up with her extreme changes. We all just stared in a daze.
ちょっと悪ふざけをしただけなんですのよ。皆さん、度肝を抜かれすぎでございますわね。
Satoko would probably sweep the whole thing under the rug. For what? Her heart is torn to pieces. So what? What else? You wanted your Nini to help, didn't you? But unfortunately for you, Satoshi doesn't even intend on coming back. It's never that easy. He won't just conveniently show up and save you. So, you don't have to wait for him anymore. You can cry, beg for help, and you can run away.
私たちが無力だから。
Mion suddenly said. She spoke then, those few words that had tormented me countless times. Those words were a spell, and when I heard them, my whole body suddenly regained its calm. My emotions all slipped away like they never been there, like a wave departing. And then... The fuck? This is supposed to be a serious moment. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Serious moment ruined. Thanks. Okay. And then the world's color flipped inside out. My field of view expanded. My head grew remarkably cold, and I felt like my mind's volume had grown even wider than the classroom we were in. At the time, my soul was doubtlessly no longer in the small, petty vessel of my head, but floating in the air a little bit above it. It was a mysterious feeling of release. I broke free of the cramped confines of my skull and stretched out my roots in all directions as far as I wanted to. It was a strange feeling, and one I never felt ever before. An odd sense of exhilaration. My sharpened senses caused me to transcend to the heavens. My mind was sharper than a knife's edge, and I immediately decided that spending the time to let myself be crushed with grief would be an absolute waste. I erased all the garbage information from my brain. I expelled the pointless emotions presenting obstacles to action.
ミオ、お前は呪ってろ。自分の無力さをいつまでも。
If I could have taken back what had happened by crying about it, I'd have cried all day. But the fact was, this was how things had turned out. I couldn't take back what had happened. The top priority, then, would be to prevent the situation from worsening further and to sever the chains of misfortune. Until today, I've been looking at things so narrow-mindedly, I could scarcely believe it. To save Satoko, the only thing to do was to save Satoko. That's the only thing I thought about. I didn't allow myself to realize the most basic, direct, and certain way of removing the source of Satoko's unhappiness. No, actually I realized it yesterday. But as for the means, I'd relied on stupid curse from some dumb deity, and I never considered carrying the task out myself. I would obliterate Satoko's uncle. There were plenty of ways to do it. This was a task that held infinite methods. Ironically, the method of saving Satoko required mostly money, but the method of killing that man pretty much took no money at all. I could kill him with the least amount of investment. The least amount of money suited him. It was only the weight of his life. I kept eliminating needless, worthless information from my head, replenishing it with only the knowledge I need to achieve my goal. I used every cell in my brain to think about how I'd kill him. The way I killed him didn't matter. I would allow any method, from whatever time and whatever country, as long as it ended in a quick and certain death. If I were to have an additional condition, it would be to not get caught. Removing him was an act designed to return the peaceful times we had with Satoko. If I was arrested in exchange for the removal, then we might as well have killed each other. With only him gone, we'd go back to our normal lives. That was my supreme objective. My ultimate goal. Kill him. Definitely. But definitely don't leave evidence either. Two alternatives at odds with one another. The condition of not leaving a trace back to me automatically narrowed the number of murder methods. No witnesses was an absolute must. Fortunately, given the right time of Hinamizawa, there would be nobody around. Watanagashi. I mentally reconstructed the land around Satoko's home. The number of pedestrians different at different times. The movement algorithm of the neighbors. Would I lure him out or charge at him? What would my weapon be? When and where would I carry this out? Where it needed to be somewhere. I wouldn't leave a trace. When it needed to be as soon as possible for Satoko's safety, without wasting even a millisecond. This is absurd. Completely absurd. When I thought about it this way, it struck me how easy the act of killing was. If I could leave evidence, if I was just going to kill him, anyone could easily turn into a murderer. But our reason prevented that. It told us doing so would get us arrested for sure. In the end, being arrested by the police was the final thing preventing people from committing homicide. Absurd. If you went all the way out into the very middle of the ocean, you wouldn't leave any trace at all. Anyone would drop those they hated into the depths, if they knew that. It was all too easy to simply remove him. I could leave class right now, grab a metal baseball bat or something from the schoolyard, go to his house and attack him. Estimated time would be 25 minutes. If I wanted us to kill each other, it wouldn't even be minutes. I could do it in 1500 seconds. I knew just how much his continued existence depended on me. He was nothing. I could expel him from this world within just 1,500 seconds after making up my mind. From when I decided what to do, he only had 1,500 seconds. Actually, if I ran full speed to his house, that number would go down even further. But he was alive. He was still part of this world at this very moment, having torn Satoko's body and mind to shreds. Why? Because I was letting him live. I was permitting him to live, so he was alive. If I rescinded that permission, he would be evacuating this mortal coil within 1,500 seconds. You think I'd let you live to breathe even 15 seconds more? Yeah, I was trying to be all serious, but I screwed that up. You think I'll let you live to breathe even 1,500 more seconds of air? I'm taking that permission back, right here, right now. You'd better thank me for letting you live until today, fucker. However, I actually need more than 1,500 seconds. I'm not just gonna end you. Getting back our old lives is far more important. It's only you I'll be cleanly cutting out of this world. They won't find a culprit. I'll forget that I dirtied my hands on the likes of you as naturally as I brush my teeth before bed. So to do that, I'll make a special exception for you and give you more than 1,500 seconds. I'll give you a special permission to keep on living as you have until I can construct the perfect plan for your murder. Wait, Keiichi, you can't let that time go to waste. Yeah, I know. I'll kill him quickly. I'll remove him with certainty. I won't misuse any time to think of a plan. Think back. Tomorrow is Watanagashi, isn't it? Last year on the night of Watanagashi, her aunt died. Her head was busted open by some deviant, and her brain splattered everywhere. That's it. He is someone who deserves to be given death on the night of Watanagashi. Hey, Oyashiro-sama. You call yourself a guardian, but you didn't protect Satoko. Cursing Satoko's family for the damn stuff is your own damn business. But now you've made Satoko unhappy when she didn't have anything to do with it. I, Keiichi Maebara, hereby denounce you, the guardian deity of Hinamizawa, a failure. We don't need you. Go back to the deepest, darkest parts of your shrine this year. Besides, if you had just cursed and killed both her aunt and her uncle last year, none of this would have ever happened. The curse this year, it's not on you. I'll be the one deciding. It won't be the three families controlling the serial deaths behind the scenes. No, not some vague people who I can't tell if they're buffoons or not. This time, I'll be the one to deliver divine judgment. So don't get in my way. Just watch. Stay quiet and watch. I'll obliterate them. I'll wipe him off the face of the earth. I will stomp out his very existence. Go away, disappear, and die. I'll tear your heart apart just like you did to Satoko. I'll have your blood as payment. And I'm not doing all that. Oh, this is good, alright. Feel my wrath.
ケイチくん、大丈夫？
For a whole hour, I've just been slouched down on the ground, staring emptily, just thinking how to kill him. Right now, me and Rika-chan were looking after me. Had I fallen to the floor?
急に倒れたからびっくりしたよ。うなされてなかった？
No. I was having a blissful dream.
うなってたよ。
I go and say that, and then you were moaning. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done.
うるさい。
Oh shit.
黄色い声で話しかけるな。
My friends gave a start and backed away.
なんだよ。
Rena and the others, they exchanged glances, unsure of what to say, and stood confused for a few moments.
今の、ケイチくんの声。
He's a man now.
当たり前だろ。
Shit. Rena gulped firmly and opened her mouth.
今一瞬、ケイチくん、すごい目だった。
Were they the eyes of a man about to kill?
目？光の角度でそう見えたんだろ。バカバカしい。
見間違いじゃないよ。あんな目、初めて見た。
What were these guys talking about? They've all been too scared of me lately.
前原ケイチくんだよね。
Oh, yes, sweetheart. I am the same Keiichi Maebara. What was Rena saying? Who else do I look like except Keiichi Maebara? The look I gave her seemed to speak quite eloquently to those irritated thoughts. She understood and quickly apologized.
ごめん。気にしないでね。
What a perfect time to end this here. Is this the end of the chapter or is this the intermission? The end of the chapter, alright. Well, well, well. We finally got to the part, boys. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. I mean, the music was off. The music was off-putting. Oh my god. I felt like I was in a Sonic game for a second. It's like, what the fuck? Sonic the Hedgehog, gotta go fast. Anyway. Oh god. Shit. How long have I been recording? 3 hours? Almost. All fucking most. Damn. 2 hours and 53 minutes. And still climbing. As I'm doing this outro. Alright. So I'm obviously going to go ahead and stop it here. This is the perfect time to end it here. So I hope you all stick around to see what happens next. If you did enjoy this video though, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I will be uploading more Higurashi soon. So, hope to see you all next time. And goodbye.